Morning. What's that? Oh, it's a laptop. Didn't know what that black thing was. So, I don't know why it's going to distract me. It's not normally there. Yeah. Keyboard isn't normally there either, but, I can live with that for now. Good morning. Good day. Whatever it is, time you're watching this. We're in Mark 14. Starting in verse 10. There's two verses in this paragraph, so let's see what we get out of this. Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12, went to the chief priests to betray him to them. And when they heard it, they were glad and promised to give him money. So he sought how he might conveniently betray him. Because Judas doesn't seem like a guy who would want to inconveniently betray Jesus. If I'm going to betray Jesus, I at least want to do it in a convenient way that doesn't inconvenience me. Matthew 26:15, it specifies that Judas asks, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" And they agree to the 30 pieces of silver. Now, I hate to sneak peek too much, but tomorrow night, during our midweek service, we'll be knocking out a handful of Psalms. And as I've been studying those this morning, this comes to mind. Psalm 55:12, 13, and 14. For it is not an enemy who reproaches me, then I could bear it. Nor is it one who hates me, who has exalted himself against me, then I could hide from him. But it was you, a man my equal, my companion, and my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together and walked to the house of God in the throng. That's going to be a theme of Psalm 55, is the idea of being betrayed by someone close to you. When people who you've had close fellowship with turn on you. And it's something that maybe not everyone will experience, being betrayed by someone so close, but it's something that many of us do at least once in our life, where we were planning things together, we were doing things together, and then all of a sudden, everything changes. Just in a moment, it's like, well, every dream, every thought, every hope, it's gone, because the person whom you were thinking was going to be your partner ends up to be your enemy and your betrayer. I'm quickly flipping around because it makes me think of Colossians 4:14. Luke, the beloved physician, and Demas greet you. I believe it's Philemon. Could be wrong. I think I am wrong. Nope, not Philemon. Could it be Philippians? Or could it be 1 Corinthians? Or 1 Timothy, I meant. Trying to remember where the next place. I think it might be Philippians. I'm going to try Philippians, and then I'm just going to give up if I can't find it in Philippians. And if I give up in Philippians, I meant I was going to give up after Thessalonians. You know me, I'm really not one to quit quickly. I'm going really fast. One of you will get there before me, I'm sure. But Luke and him. There's another place where that homie Demas shows up that's evading my mind right now. I should really write these down someday. Oh, Titus? I didn't think of looking in Titus. No, I'm looking really fast though. But what we all know is 2 Timothy chapter 4. Be diligent to come to me quickly, For Demas has forsaken me, having loved this present world, and is departed for Thessalonica. So we see this throughout the Bible. We see David experiencing it in Psalm 55. We see Jesus experiencing it with Judas. We see Paul experiencing it with Demas. Likely David was betrayed by Ahithophel, his beloved and nearest and dearest counselor. Jesus betrayed by one of the 12. Paul, his fellow worker and friend Demas, who, again, he gets 2 honorable mentions in 2 of the epistles. But then here we are, betrayed, promised to be given money, whatever the motive is. Pride, love of the world like Demas, Ahithophel wanting revenge, greed like Judas. It is Philemon. I thought it was Philemon. So Philemon, Enrique looked that up for me. Philemon, I just was flipping so quick. Mark, Aristarchus, yeah, my fellow prisoner in Christ greets you, Epaphras, as do Mark, Aristarchus, Demas, Luke, my fellow laborers. There we go. So he gets that title of laborer there. But the point is that people will betray you. Whether it's a friend or an acquaintance or someone very, very close to you. And I think Jesus loved Judas. I think Jesus was compassionate toward Judas. What you go to do, do it quickly. Just get it done. Let's get this over with, you know? And I think that's his heart. Is Jesus, I think, probably struggled with it. It's kind of hard to imagine, but that God would struggle when he's betrayed by someone. He knew it would betray him anyway, but I think it's that way with every unbeliever. That God struggles. That internal struggle of knowing that his kids won't all choose to love him and they won't all choose to follow him. And he would love that they did. He wished that they would, but they don't. So this Wednesday, I'm going to go a little deeper on this. It was kind of fun. I know, I always love it when I'm studying one thing that's a totally different section of the Bible and show up here with you guys and then by chance the texts line right up. So Psalm 55 would be a great cross-reference maybe just as far as this concept of being betrayed by someone close to you. And said we'll dig into that Wednesday night. All right. I've got to make it off to a homeschool family presentation. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. And maybe soon we'll change the time again. I talked about summer hours. Maybe after this week we'll go back to 7:30 or another time. I guess you guys have to chime in on what times work best for people. But now that summer activities are over, I'm able to wake up earlier again and, well, yeah, and not be exhausted and get some other stuff done. So I will see you guys mañana. Until then, take care.